Welcome back to the Agent Power Group Mastermind channel. Today, we are breaking down the exact systems driving massive real estate volume right now, from an organic 7-second video that pulled over 160,000 views to the hidden database hacks uncovering low-rate, assumable mortgages in your zip code. Stop guessing at your marketing. Let's tap into the live data, execute these high conversion plays, and transform your pipeline immediately. Dive right into the strategies.
Wanted to just first off, just welcome. If you haven't been on this call before, we do it every week, Thursday, same time. It's a mastermind, so it's generally like an open session. We're sharing wins, what's working, some strategies. Usually, I have some things to share. We have Corey Walker, who's a marketing expert in real estate, with us today. She's going to be talking next week. And Corey, you can tell us a little bit about what you're planning on talking about here today, so we can just remind everyone to look forward for this for next week in just a minute. Some topics that I want to cover today as lead gen marketing, what's working. Zillow, we'll talk a little bit about Zillow Flex. I have some people that are doing Zillow Flex right now. Want to talk a little bit about that market positioning. I want to do an AI demo. So we're going to have a lot of things to kind of cover and go through. And of course, it's participatory. Am I saying that? Part. Anyway, you get it. So this isn't a presentation. This is a working session here where we're sharing wins and what's happening. Okay. So first off, I just want to take a couple minutes and just recognize everyone on here. Hilaire, can you tell us what area you're from real quick? Let's just real quick.
Gig Harbor, Washington. It's it's across the water from Tacoma.
Okay, great. All right. And then what's business like right now for you?
Right now, it's a little slow for me, but other people in the area are doing just fine.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe there's some tips here today you'll learn that you can implement.
Mhm.
Claire, how about you? You're in Boulder.
Yep.
How's it? How's business? Any wins?
Boulder and Northern Colorado wins. I put a listing on the market the day the interest rates jumped. I couldn't believe it didn't sell. And then this week I had three people interested. We didn't get three offers, but we got one really good offer. So I feel like the market is sort of back on track. The war market is what I call this,
The
but
war market. Yep. Okay. All right. I know I got a couple listings that are just kind of paused and sitting there right now, and they should be selling. But I know our average days on market here in the LA area, it's like teetering around 60 to 80 days or so. So it's gone up quite a bit. Um, Patricia, tell us where you are so everyone knows, and then any wins. I hear you had some nice things to say.
I'm in the Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, but I work all Southern California now.
Awesome.
And I'm doing Silo Flex leads right
She's
now.
doing Zillow Flex. So we're going to talk a little bit about Zillow Flex a little later. Christine, how about you? What's the latest? Where are you? And what are you working on these days?
I'm in Queens, New York, right outside of Manhattan, and I'm working on expireds and for sale by owners.
Awesome. We'll talk more on that topic a little later too. Jen, how about you?
Hey,
Hey,
I'm in Denver, South Denver mostly. I sell all over though. Um, so yes, that is my last name. And what was I going to say? Uh, Wins. Last year I had the biggest year ever by myself and became an icon. If anybody's at EXP, they know what that is. And yeah, I'm just living the dream here in Denver in the quote worst housing market in the United States. Yay.
Is
I would
Denver's the
say
worst
I'd say
housing
Hilaire
market?
and I got to arm wrestle you for the thing about that market thing. What part of
Well,
Colorado are you in?
I'm in South Denver. I'm in Denver. But it was released by Realtor.com and NAR yesterday that we are the worst housing market in America. And
Oh,
I can tell
wow.
you, I feel it. We're down like historic numbers. 27 years, I've never seen it like this.
So
So
like low inventory, are things moving or not much or
Depends on where you are. It's like a pocket market. Um,
Uh,
500's gone, right? If you're in downtown Denver and you have a condo, forget it. If you have a condo anywhere, basically forget it unless it's FHA approved, which is basically impossible. By the way, this is my dog. She will not leave me alone if I'm on Zoom. I don't
it's
know why.
cute. Cute.
Um, she'll leave me alone the rest of the day, except for when I'm on Zoom.
All
But
right.
other than that, no. It seems like a million and up. Like, and so our market, it's different than everybody else, but our market, the upper end is, a million to 2 million. I mean, yeah, we have luxury in Cherry Creek Village and 5 million, but it's not normal. Those move. So if you're like 900 to like 1,800,000, you're flying. If you're between 500 and 600, you're flying. Other than that, pray. Put your house on the market and pray.
Okay.
Are
All
you
right. I want
near
to get through a
Broom?
few
Are
more
you near
people.
Broomfield?
What's that?
I was asking, are you near Broomfield?
I sell in Broomfield. I'm on the south side and I do have a team, so I have a agent in Broomfield.
Okay,
And by the
I'll
way,
keep
these
you
are
in
all
mind.
great agents. If you have someone that you want to refer out in any of these areas, here you go. We got a great team here. Kimbro, let's real quick, keep it real short. Where are you and how's the market?
I am in Cleellum, Washington, up in the Cascade foothills, so just northeast of Hilaire and Leon. Our market is, I am luxury, so I'm in Suncad, kind of in the Suncadia, Tumble Creek area, but also in Cleellum proper. I mean, we're a really small town with about 7,000 agents. No, I'm just kidding, but feels like. But things are starting to move here. Average day on market out here, there's about 100 days.
Wow. Okay. All right. And
But I guess
any
the price
wins?
point. So,
What's working for you right now, marketing wise?
I use listing to leads to
Yep.
do a lot of, especially when I do open houses for other brokers in our area. It's been helping to promote and do the private property websites,
Yeah,
and
I,
doing.
you're awesome, and we'll talk about that. Okay, tell me whatever we need to do. We'll get to, and if we order them.
Oh
All right.
goodness.
He's muted. Okay.
I'm like, wait, who's that? It sounds like Jesse.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna skip through. If I skipped you, I'm sorry. We'll come back to you later if we have time. Just want to get into some lead gen and marketing. Um, I don't know if Ed's on here. Ed's not on here. We have Ed who in a couple weeks is doing a talking about Google LSA ads. It's really working for him. So that's the local service ads that you're running. So he's going to be talking about that. And if you want the information for where to hear him talk on that, ping me and I will send it to you. Other things that are coming up that I'm seeing a lot of is short form video as a discovery engine. So people using TikTok, Reels, Shorts, Instagram Shorts, and those kind of things. And how to make that work. I want to share a quick little wow. I think I've had a few posts get a lot of views, but I've never had one quite like this one that just kind of took off for me. And I wanted this to share this and talk a little bit about the dynamics of why I think this really blew up. And when you're talking about going viral. So I posted this, I posted this a couple days ago, or actually about for like 4 days ago. And so far it's gotten over 161,000 views and it's climbing. And let me just share this with you. And TikTok and things like this is really kind of like a discovery engine for people. So I hear of, it's a discovery engine, right? And also I think people tend to look you up on your social media to see, are you busy? Are you an agent? Are you serious an agent or you're just kind of goofing around at this business? So really take a hard look at your profile and what's on it and make sure it's business related. maybe some personal things too, however you want to mix it up. But this is, people are checking you out, and this is one of the things they're checking out. So this really, really, really took off. You can see I've had 90 comments, 845 bookmarks, 1,800 likes, 1,600 shares. Um, and so when these algorithms, they're looking at not just likes, they're watching watch time, skip rates, they're watching these other metrics for how many people share, like, comment. Those are heavily weighted. So if you can get people to share, like, comment, okay, it's going to start boosting it up. And of course, it's based on watch time. And if I view the analytics on this, let me just show you. So here's how many views I'm getting each day. So it really peaked up here. I got 57,000. And this day it went down, it went up. And so it's hovering around 20,000 now. So this is like launch. Day one, 4,600, 3,700, and then it really kind of took off. And as people were commenting, I started replying to some of those comments. And I think that really, it boosted up the number of comments on it, and it pushed it up even higher. That's what really took it from here to up here. Okay. So as I was responding to those comments. Now this video is only like 7 seconds long. And look at this. I've had 384 hours of playtime. If you add that up, 384 divide by, let's say you work 8 hours straight each day. That's 48 days of me talking nonstop to people. Is that insane?
Well,
Now, what really, if I were to dissect this and say, here's my viewers. So it's gotten repeat views. I don't know why it says only 124,000. So it's a little less. So there's some repeat views of this. 124,000 people, all mostly new viewers. Okay. And their age ranges, kind of what you would expect in terms of home buyer and seller ages, right? So if I were to break this video down a little bit for you, what's working with it? First off, there's motion. It's zooming in, so it gives a little bit of visual interest. Okay. But then it says pro tip, and people are going to go, pro tip. Okay, what's that? Read the next thing. Okay. And then it takes a little time for you to read all of this stuff. And the other thing is, because the video is so short, by the time, like, you can't really read all of this stuff before the video ends. So that helps your watch. How much of the video did they watch? Did they watch? How many people watched the whole thing? That really helps that, being very short with stuff that they got to look at. Okay. The other thing that really happened with this, and if I go into these comments, is it was controversial. And we had positive comments, and we've had a lot of negative comments. Things like, what if they stop paying rent? Where am I going to get another 20% for the second one? All of these, good luck obtaining a mortgage on my home. Stop trying to buy one. Start just trying to buy one home feels nearly impossible. Don't forget about the repairs, general maintenance, upgrades, reply. And I said, spot on. You should always set aside so much of rent and maintenance for a rainy day. Facts. It's not for everyone. Everything is risky, but why not? Yep. As you build equity, you can also tap that purchase more. So these were some of my replies that helped boost this. How much do you charge for rent? I'm responding to actually some of the negative comments. And I kind of got tired of responding, but you know, um, it's interesting. There is one person that wrote in here, this is why all of these negative responses is exactly why these people here, all of the negative comments here are why some people remain stuck. And I swear to God. So anyway, okay. So comments, thoughts, questions. What do you think? I was blown away. This is my first viral video.
Congratulations. That was good. So TikTok tracks that for you in the studio. I saw something is TikTok
Yeah,
studio.
when you click in view audience or view the metrics, it shows you all the stuff. Yeah, it breaks it
Okay.
down for you.
One of the
Um,
hardest things you'll find, though, and you hear it said like this: viral doesn't necessarily mean the sell. One of the
um,
hardest things you'll find, though, and you hear it said like this: viral doesn't necessarily mean the sales. You get the activity, so it comes down to the method you use to go after them for the conversion part of it.
Correct. And that's another thing too. Viral doesn't necessarily mean business, right? Even the ones with the small bit can lead the business. So something to think about. But, you know, it's really interesting because this grabs people in. They start following you. And then I started going through my posts and started looking at which ones do people really kind of start following you at. If you view these metrics, what's dragging people in? And think about that as you analyze your profile, what you're posting out there, and those kind of things. I mean, other things that I'm doing on this is I am like I'm starting at first. I started with a lot of funny things, and now I saw the power of doing funny stuff. And now I'm doing more things like this. It's a little bit more educational. Things like talking about the neighborhood, maybe market updates, stuff like that. And by the way, all of these things that you're seeing here are done 100% AI.
But see, now you've shifted to a targeted market base versus just funny out there. You've got a EXP guy down in Cali. That guy has like 4 or 5 million out there because they call him the rapping realtor, and he's funny, but he's
Right?
actually making home sales.
That's right. I mean, you got to work on this stuff. I mean,
You know, Herb, I'm doing like home tours on TikTok.
yeah,
Well, and I don't have that many views like you, but one of my videos got 26,000 views,
I
and it's
love
a
it.
house in Northridge, and I got 81 comments, 183 saves. So, and a lot of people ask me for the price of the house. Okay. A lot of them, a lot of them. I didn't get no one to buy it because the house is almost 3 million. So, but,
Are you
and
messaging with these folks?
yes, I am. Then another
Great.
one I got 15,000 views, and another one I got 15,000 views, and another 4,000. And all of them are asking me for the price of the houses. And
Terrific.
right now I got 3 leads from that. Yeah, but I'm
All right, there we go. I love it. All right, guys. Home tours.
yeah, but
How much
people
is the
likes
price
the
of the home? I love it. So you're not even telling them how much the price of the home is.
no, I don't say it until they ask me
Yep.
because what's it is the thing how I need to talk to them.
All right, there we go. All right, that's working. Um, let's talk about lead gen. That's a great lead into lead gen. Who's working expireds right now? Fizbos. Christine, anyone else?
I'm gonna start going after the higher end. That's why I was doing the drone flying yesterday.
Okay, higher end. Good.
Yeah, I've got the hook. It's just gonna be the drone flying where it talks about the definition of insanity. And then as the drone comes around, it'll be behind me and they'll be looking like, whoa, that's my house. And then as the drone comes down behind me, I'll just turn and face the camera and say, let's talk. And I'm going to park it on the YouTube channel. And that way I can just text them and email them the link to it. and I'm gonna see what kind of results it gets because using the people look at a YouTube link and they recognize that for YouTube link, they're more trusting to open it. But I like the fact that it can be texted as well as emailed.
Are you perfect? Are you, if you post that on social, are you going to do like a social poll, like, some sort of question?
No, I'm gonna go ahead. That's why I started doing this other thing I've got here. But I'm gonna park it in my YouTube channel where it's unlisted, and the only people that can see it are the ones you send it to, because I'm
Oh, okay.
specifically targeting the owners. I don't, they don't want 500,000 people looking at their house just for the intrusion of privacy.
Okay. Because one thing that someone else has told me that's really working for them is social polls. So if you're posting reels, content like that, like maybe Patty, something that you can try in addition to your walkthroughs is do a poll and say, some sort of poll that they respond to, and that will help you uncover leads as well.
But you're not saying for expires to do that, are you?
Well, I, I, st- I'll tell you one of my strategies.
Do that, are you?
Well, I, I, st- I'll tell you one of my strategies is to take expireds. I'm mailing expireds. I am hitting them on social. So I'm taking that expired data, I'm creating a custom audience, and then I'm targeting them with expired videos and, talking them as expireds through videos and things like that.
Buyer or seller, though?
They're all sellers. They're all sellers. Um, okay. So I know Christine's doing letters. Anyone else working expireds right now?
I
Hilaire?
am. I'm getting set up to do it. Luxuries expired.
Okay, good. Luxury expireds. And if you're following Wendy's outline, we're talking about we're talking about binders, special delivery, and telephone follow-up on those, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try some flip books on that, Herb.
Flipworks, great. Let us know how
Because I
that
mean, the
let
thing is, sometimes it's hard to get a hold of people. That's why I'm trying that digital door knocking and delivery. And then if they turn around and they accept into that, then I could send them something more rather than just spend the money and not know it's getting delivered or opened.
last week I talked about how to create a custom audience in Facebook. So if you have Redx data or some other data for expireds, you can pop that, create a custom audience, and then target those people with specific messages. Okay. So if you want the replay on that, I post that. Let me show you.
And while he's looking for that, if you've never used needtoskip.com, put that in your playbook. It is just fantastic. 8 cents. It gives you all the emails, all the phone numbers for any person that you're looking for.
All right.
You
There's
can
What was it
both, you
called?
got both needtoskip.com right there. It's that thing has just blew me away. I like one of my title reps gave me that. I still use truepeoplesearch.com and all that there initially, but I mean if I'm sitting there and I can't find what I need, that's them.com. But as far as if I had to pay for a program, you can bulk upload, and I mean like most places charge you 8 cents for an email or 8 cents for a phone number. This gives you every phone number, every email
You just
for
skip.
those
Okay.
guys.
Does it
It's a beast. It's a beast.
does it take out the do not call or does it?
I don't know. I think it
for
does
for
identify them.
retargeting, you want those phone numbers, or for custom audiences, you want those numbers. So for example, these are my database people, leads that I have, pre-probate, pre-foreclosure, expireds. These are all people that I'm actively targeting right now. Okay.
How much
And
did you say that cost?
It's 8 cents per
for
lead,
need to
and it
skip.
gives you all the information, all the emails, all the phone numbers they have.
That's great.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that in the current world of everything costs too much. But see, Herb, like for the remarketing, I've been going after communities. So some of the buyers I've been out showing homes to, if I see a division I like, I write the division name down in my notes. So when I get home, I upload it into my tech farm. And then I've just been getting the emails because that's all I need to remarket with. So that's kept my costs down.
Absolutely. Yep. Get all that stuff and create a custom audience. So if you want the replay on how to build your custom audience and all that, it's agentpowergroup.com. Here's the link for the mastermind. Here's some YouTube. I'm quite behind on YouTube, but I post more things on the Facebook group. So get in the Facebook group from here and you'll see a lot of the replays and some other stuff that we're talking about and all that kind of stuff posted in here. Okay. All right. Just wanted to share that. Um, next, uh, Zillow Flex. We got Patty here. She's doing Zillow Flex, and it's a pretty steep referral fee, but she's getting business. So if things are a little slow, I would definitely, there's a lot of EXP teams local to you. And if you go, God, it used to be that we had I'm not sure where did you find the EXP team that had the local Zillow Flex, Patty?
They contact me.
Oh, they contacted you. Okay, because I know what we had an EXP board that used to be like a nice little community thing, and I think that went away. So I'm not sure where EXP communities are these days. Does anyone know? Anyone doing that? No. Remember, it used to be like a Facebook groups and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll have to find that. But Zillow Flex, there are a bunch of teams that are doing Zillow Flex, and they're open to having pretty much anyone join them. Just you got to find one that's operating in your area. Sometimes you can find that if you just look through Zillow agents near you and just kind of find who's got that. But
I
it's
had
pretty,
somebody contact me locally, Southern California,
yeah,
and I did the math, and there's just nothing left after they get
yeah, yeah,
contact me locally, Southern California,
yeah,
and I did the math, and there's just nothing left after they get.
yeah, yeah, a lot of them tend to take a big chunk of it. And yes, you're working your butt off.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. They take a lot of the commission, but some of them they have 10 escrows at the same time. So when you do, it's volume. So when you see the money, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Things
Patty,
are slow. That for me was slow, so I tried it. I'm trying this, and I'm gonna do my own ad so I can have both.
yeah, Patty's working it. All right. Another thing, I'm getting a lot of you know, people with objections regarding selling the lock-in effect, right? People locked in with 3% interest rates, and as you know, rates are hovering around 6%, maybe a little lower. How are you guys handling those objections right now? Are you getting those objections? Or is there another objection that you're getting that you guys want to talk about? Anyone? Everyone looks confused.
Um, I have, I've gotten that a lot, and I don't know how I deal with it other than I just kind of tell them what's going on, and it's the cost of waiting. Our prices are just going up and up and up. But recently, I ran across a mortgage broker that he will, if he finances your loan and it happens to be a higher interest rate than what you were in, he will give you a free loan next time you do it when the interest rates go down. He'll do it for free.
Okay.
I
That's
thought that
that's
was interesting.
that's a nice one. We'll refinance you the second time for free. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also hearing that, you know, here's a thought. When you buy your next house, we can negotiate a rate buy down. So you're
Mhm.
not stepping up so big in the interest rate. How does that sound, Mr. Seller,
Yeah.
future mover, future buyer, right? So build, because rather than negotiating down so much on the price, negotiating in a rate buy down is going to help, is a whole lot more cost effective. It will lower that interest. It will lower that, these are 2-1 buy downs. Generally, you structure them that way. So like the rate will go up a little bit and a little bit again, but at least it gives you that cushion so that you can do a refinance should interest rates come down even further. Just make sure that you can afford the bigger payment later. Okay, even though it might be tight. How does that sound?
It's good. In our market, the title company tells me that the average, basically everything has concessions on it because I'm North Denver, right? And the worst market, whatever. And averaging at least $10,000 a deal for buy downs.
For
So,
buy downs.
and your title company has that information.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Steve,
Definitely
any
a title
comments on
company.
that?
And they even have it built by price. So between 500 and 600 or 700 to a million, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I use that all the time. Okay, so you have a 2.5 or a 3% mortgage, right? So what do you want to do with that? Do you want to leverage it, pull a HELOC out or pull a second out and go and buy another house, and then keep this one as a rental? So that you can possibly move back in if you ever want, because 93% of the people in Colorado are leaving Colorado, but they're all nervous about leaving Colorado and not being able to come back if they don't like it wherever. So that is a big part of my conversation. Well, why don't you keep it and then go and purchase another house in another state using some of your equity, because we all have big equity here.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to sell it in the future, great. You have 3 years basically to decide if you want to sell it or move back in, yada, yada, because of capital gains. Also, the same thing is what you were saying is, 3% is never coming back. I mean, if it does, it'll probably not be in my lifetime. But anywho, it's not even realistic. And 5-6% is a normal market, right? It's a normal real estate. It's a good interest rate. So
I would say 5-6% is actually a really good interest rate.
that's what I meant to say it that way. But and then the other conversation is many people have enormous amounts of credit card debt. So we're talking like 50, 60, 70, that, $100,000 worth of credit card debt. And so you've got a 2.5% interest rate here. And then you can go and get a house that, with a rate buy down in the 4.8s right now, 4.5s, some in the 5s, like 5.1, depending on if you're conventional or FHA or whatever. So you're going to pay 18 to 26% on this 100 grand when you could just go and buy another house, pay it all off, right? And the net is so much better for you. If you can explain it like that, then it doesn't hurt so bad in their brain. So
I love it.
Also, just really quick, I was at a conference the other day, and anything that's government backed, like FHA, VA, whatever, they can be assumed, right? And we've all been a little bit nervous about assumptions. We don't know how to do them, or we feel like they never work, yada, yada. Well, if you have a whole bunch of these that are at like 2.5, 3%, and you want to sell it, that's a marketable thing, even if there's a $300,000 gap, right? There's a company that is joined with EXP called U, the letter U, ME. And so you can basically assume that loan and then do a second. So that's a really marketable idea. So it doesn't matter if it's 20%, 10%, 5%. Like if it's a $200,000 at 2.5, and then you got to put 400,000 at the current rate, you can. So just talk to your lenders about those items too. Sorry.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be that company, but I'll tell you.
Right. Doesn't have to be that company at all. I do it all the time with my other.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too. So I think it's FHA and VA, right? Some of
Mhm.
those can be assumed or
Yeah,
transferred. And these are
anything that's
big things.
government backed.
Yeah. So if you have, talk to your lenders about this. And because if you have a seller with one of those kind of loans, or maybe you do the research and you ask the listing agent, do you know if the current person has an FHA, VA, or maybe a government-backed security that we could
Yeah.
assume?
I
Most
just
of the
look
time
it,
they
I
don't even
look it
know.
up. I look it up. I've done two in the last year that because I'm in a VA heavy place. And then I did one where the lady actually, and what they did is substituted, but I did one where that lady actually, she was moving into a senior community, was never going to buy another house, and was willing to let them assume her VA loan itself, and they were non-VA entitled otherwise. So, that's that famous where you just go look on, in the tax database, Realist, wherever, and see what type of loan it is, because there's a lot of agents that don't even have that thought in their head.
Yeah, just talk to your lender. I think it's called a combined rate loan or something. That's probably not saying it right, but talk
Yeah.
to them. They'll get it.
That's a tool that you could be using right now for your buyers and your sellers. Make it attractive to sell the place and make it attractive to buy the place. And, yeah.
The other website for that is called Rome, and they aggregate all the assumable loans in your zip code. And you don't have to use them for the gap loan, but that's what they're trying to sell. But you can search areas by zip code on it's Rome.com, I think, but Rome is the name of the product.
How's it spelled?
Here, I think it seems to be with Rome,
ROAM. Yeah.
withrome.com. Here's the website.
Yes.
Shop homes with 2 to 4% assumable mortgages. And there's a section for agents here. Close 5 times more deals on homes with low rates. Ooh, that could be a whole marketing thing, a whole marketing strategy right there, guys. Wow, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Every once in a
Wow.
while, I say something smart.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
It's very rare, but
I love it. What a great topic. Okay, guys. Let's switch over just a little bit. I wanted to share with you some AI stuff. Who's using?
but
I love it. What a great topic. Okay, guys. Let's switch over just a little bit. I wanted to share with you some AI stuff. Who's using AI right now? Okay. You know what? Put in the chat how you're using AI. Let's see what we got in there. Um, I'm real curious. I want to hear from everyone what you're doing with AI. And is anyone doing AI video? AI video. All right, instruction manuals. Okay, descriptions. Oh, I see. Descriptions, emails, client follow-up strategy, client follow-up, image generation, scripting analysis. John, okay. Property valuation. That's interesting. Okay. Automated contracts, listing agents, transaction coordinators, socials. We got a lot of things going on. Social content ideas, strategy plans, blog posts. Ooh, I love it. Corey, are you going to next week talk about some of those things, Corey?
Yes. I wasn't planning on talking about the blog post. I was more focused on here. I'll show you. I'll tell you what my plan was because I have a
Okay.
little.
All right.
So I was going to talk about latest strategies for using Instagram to promote your real estate agency, creating a professional bio for Instagram, The power of reels, how to use AI for ideas and scripts, using B-roll when you don't want to be on camera, batching videos, using a scheduler to get a month's worth of content scheduled, using carousels and stories to add to the mix. I can definitely talk about how I use blog posts. Another thing that I'm doing, I'm getting a
Okay,
lot of
and hold on one sec, Corey. And by the way, everyone, this is next week. Okay, Corey's going to drop the 411 on all of this stuff in the lowdown, and she works with a number of real estate agents and other industries, so she's very knowledgeable on how to make this work for you guys. Okay, this is next week. Okay, what else were you going to say, Corey?
Oh, the other thing that I've just started doing is GEO or AI visibility audits, and it's something that I sell. So people are interested in that. Basically, what I can do is go through your entire website, and then I have a report that gets spit out that gives you your AI visibility score, and then it tells you like the top high priority things that you need to fix, medium things you need to fix, and then gives you like a 30-day plan. And the whole purpose of it is for you to have a better chance in showing up when someone searches on ChatGPT or Claude asking for like who's the best realtor in Encino, or who's the best probate person in Florida, things like that. So that's something that I'm offering to people to really step up in that area. As most people, Google now, if you enter stuff in Google, you're going to get an AI summary before you get even any of the links. So a lot of people aren't even bothering with the links. They're just going with whatever's shown there. So this helps with that.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Real quick, making videos. I wanted to cover how to use AI to help you make videos. And real quick, one of the things, Patty was doing videos, walkthroughs, and here we're in Perplexity, and I am just doing this right now. For example, I started with write a 15-second video script for a real estate agent to use on Instagram, Reels, TikTok, etc. Market content, location, Encino, California. That's where I am. Current trend, inventory up 10, rates at 6.2, days on market 45, tone confident, structure. Hook in the first 3 seconds, one surprising or useful data point, clear call to action, suggest 3 to 5 visual clues, what the show on screen, keep it under 75 words, make it